Hey Pat, I'm going to go through these exercises real quick. There's 7 of them. They're all going to be done for 1 minute. I'm not going to do the full minute. I'm just going to go over the exercise. And then I'm going to send you a second video that's going to describe what the general progression of the workout is going to be. And just a couple side notes that I'd like to mention. All right, so we'll go through it now. So the first thing we're going to do is push-ups, basic push-ups. All right. So up and down, okay? Just like this, we're going to depress the shoulders, okay? We're going to rotate the pelvis in, tighten the glute muscles. Hands are about shoulder width distance apart. Spread the fingers really wide, right? Let the scapula, the shoulder blades fold in, and keep the stomach nice and tight, okay? We got the high-low plank transition. You can do that here. All right, same deal, same position as the push-ups. Spread the fingers out wide, depress the tips of the fingers into the floor. Depress the shoulders down into the hips, hold them there. Tighten the glute muscles up, tighten the abs up. So high, you're gonna count 3 seconds, and you're gonna transition to low. Then back to high, 3-second hold to low. Each time you transition, switch the arm that goes down. So this arm may go down first, the second transition, this arm will go down. The right first, then the left. Verts on the mat, okay? I put the mat here, I'm gonna have you do a ballistic vertical jump. I like to jump on the mats because it cuts down the force on the knees. So this way we're able to conserve the knees a little bit and not have that shock reverberate through our knees and our back and stuff. So it's a little safer. So basic ballistic vertical here, all the way up. All right, so feet about hip width distance apart. You're gonna squat down. I like to extend the arms out, elongate the spine. I breathe in, breathe out as I jump up, okay? And repeat, all right? Then we got our dumbbell squats. So I'm gonna grab some dumbbells here. Basic squat. Let's see here we go. So basic squat here. Feet are about, oh, this ball's in the way, hold on. Feet are about hip width distance apart. Okay, shoulders back, glutes engaged a little bit to get you in a neutral spinal position. So a lot of people start off like this, and they're down here. Feet hip width distance. Squeeze the glutes a little bit. Make sure the chin is slightly retracted so the spine is nice and straight. Shoulders are back. Take a deep breath in, all the way down. Out when you come up. In, out. Maintain this scapular retraction here. Don't let the shoulder blades fall forward. And maintain this neutral spinal position right here. So just being mindful where your pelvis is. It's not too far out, it's not too far in. So here, in and out, in and out. Now depending on your flexibility, you can come down a little deeper. That's gonna give you a little bit more of more engagement in the glutes, hamstrings. Okay? Pretty basic stuff. So we got our squats. Alternate side planks. So you're going to start off on your side. Make sure that everything is in line. So kind of take a look at where you're at. I like to stack the feet. I like to squeeze the glutes to put the pelvis in a neutral position. And I like to make sure that my elbow is in line with my hips and my hips are in line with my ankles. So it's up, hold for 3 seconds, okay? Then we'll alternate, spin, hold for 3 seconds. High plank position, spin, hold for 3 seconds. Or you can do a variation of that where you're up here in a high plank, side plank position, and then you'll alternate just like this, okay? And then alternate back around. Maintaining that good structure. Feet stacked, my hands directly beneath my shoulder, tightening the serratus anterior, tightening the rib muscles and the obliques, raising that arm up. Making sure the chin's not forward, too far back, or bent. Right here, neutral. All right, let's see what else we got. We're actually almost done. Renegade rows. So I would start off with a lightweight with these, okay? This is another core engaging exercise, and it's also going to hit the lat muscles, the mid traps, the muscles between the the shoulder blades. So about shoulder width distance apart, we're going to tighten the glute muscles up, retract the cervical spine so my spine's in line, all the way up and down, up and down. Nice controlled movement. Up, feel that core engage, and down, up and down. While you're doing this exercise, maintain that depression in the shoulders. What I mean by that is I'm actually depressing the shoulders down into the hip, which is going to engage my lat muscle and gives me a better core stability. All right, so one more time. Glutes are engaged, shoulders depressed, engaging the lats. Core is engaged, tighten the core up, all the way up, down, up, down. Don't worry so much about breathing on that exercise, just concentrate more on getting in the correct position. And by that I mean depressing the shoulders, tightening the glutes up, which is going to put your pelvis in a neutral spinal position, and really concentrating on tightening your core, and also making sure that your cervical spine is retracted, so your spine's nice and straight. All right, last one is burpees. Pretty basic stuff. I'm sure that you're probably familiar with every single exercise I showed you. So the burpees, same deal. You know, you're here. I like to put the feet hip width distance apart. I'll raise the arms. There's so many different variations of these. You can do what you like. I personally prefer doing it this way. So arms are up, I bend down, I kick back, up, I jump, soft landing. That's one way to do it. The other way is down, kick back, and up. So the key that you want to remember with the burpees is when you're coming down, okay, spread the fingers out, the arms are shoulder width distance apart. When you kick back, when you kick both legs back, really engage the core, okay? So the core is going to dictate the descent of the legs, the core and the hip flexors and the glutes. So I'm here, I'm depressing my shoulders, soft landing here. I bring them in, same thing. Engage in the core, glutes are all engaged, shoulders are depressed, in. And notice, I'm not coming up from here, because if I come up from this position, my knees are beyond my toes. So what I want to do is, when I'm getting ready to transition into the upright movement, I kick back. So I'm rocking back just a little bit. Now I'm getting down to where my heels are either on the ground or close to it, and I'm squatting up like this, using my legs. And my knees are in a safe position. They're not beyond the toes. As it stands, I won't even have to send you a second video. I can just kind of go through everything with this. So what you can do is you can transition with everything into more ballistic repetitions. So for example, what I want you to start on is when you're doing all these movements, slow and controlled. The slow and controlled movement is going to really work on developing your neural kinetics. And by that I mean it's going to teach you how to correctly move through the exercise and train the muscles to contract the right way. When you move ballistically without developing that foundation, what happens is you don't get quite the same neural recruitment. So these slower movements actually teaches your body to perform it correctly. When you develop that foundation, when let's say, and it's different for everyone, but let's just say, and you may already have developed it, you probably have, but let's say maybe a month or two, maybe 1 to 3 months, we work on the slower movements. So I'll just give you a quick example of what I'm talking about. Excuse me, so with a push-up, Okay, here's how I would have you do it now. Okay, developing the neurokinetics. Slow movement down, relatively slow movement up. So down and up. Slow on the eccentric, maybe a little faster on the concentric movement or the positive. When you incorporate the ballistic movements, you're getting a lot more fast twitch muscle fiber. So the fast twitch muscle fiber engagement and development is going to promote more muscle growth and better athleticism or functional athleticism. So for example, that same push-up that was done more like slowly will be done ballistically. So I still like to go fairly slow on the eccentric movement or the negative, but ballistic on the concentric movement or positive. So fast as I can, exploding up. All right? You would not incorporate that with any of your planks. Your high-low plank transitions, it's an isometric movement. It's not a dynamic movement, so it wouldn't be relevant for something like that. Your verts, I would always do them explosive. If in the beginning you want to do it a little slower, you can, but a movement like that requires a ballistic movement. Squats, same deal. You can come down slow and come up more explosive. Side planks isn't relevant, it's isometric. Renegade rows, same deal. You can, come up a little bit more ballistic on the concentric and slower on the eccentric movement. Bang! And slower on the eccentric. And then same deal with the burpees. Burpees, I would say, are typically done more ballistically because I like to try to get that height on the vertical, on the jump. If you're worried about your knees, you can also incorporate the jump on the mat. So if I'm doing my burpees and jumping, just jump on the mat. You may have to transition a little bit while you're doing it. So here, okay, in, up, again, back down, in, up, back down. All right? And I think that's pretty much it. So it's basic. It's 7 exercises, 1 minute apiece, and 3 cyclical sets. In the very beginning, I'm already getting winded. In the beginning, if you need a break in between, take it. Don't power through these, work your way up to it to where you can do it. Not comfortably, but where this is kind of difficult. So, what else did I want to say? That's it. So, keep me posted.